for more Kwabasado but daily of the TV soon. And then I should make it now subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and share the power comment section by your brain account. But see for the other for when you know one venture. I can tell an a Supreme Court passing and as a Supreme Court ruling and as a verdict be a buying say or more per se a year dimension. I read a appeal court. Now, because at that time, Torkonoo or a current Chief Justice. Any justice, any monopoly boss Chief Justice. I know because the reason why I dementia 1% will be registered in just 2020. Before the win or winning, no more bloated a year register no Chief Justice, a Justice Torkonoo. Into Munaya say NDC external forensic audit no musikino. So more adjusted and as or more accepted that. Now, less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours. Akufo-Addo will no longer be a president. 2. Justice Torkonoo be resign. Justice Torkonoo be resign. Nanka onoso be resigning and now say on resign. Because on the more serious note, say NDC for finding out and I say strictly forensic audit in the Baswa. Straight to the forensic audit in the Baswa. A year Akufo-Addo our president, less than 24 hours. Obesi as a president. Until now, be here MPP and I say electoral commission which I say a year register voter and I say register book or more year correction. But end this for say Debbie correction now we are not there. I was saying in a tenancy. All the political parties, your transit, na ye assess register. Almost say David, in good things, Eka.
Is qualified or are qualified to vote in Ghana's elections. It's our right. And anytime I catch Ghana for say, what you saw today on the streets of Ghana, the demonstration you saw today on the streets of Ghana, it is not just about those people you saw. It is about the future and democracy of this nation. The people came out to fight for us. See, I'm a Jemensa we be book him. Let's say the reason why we be book him say, oh, we are 2020 elections him. About 400,000 names. I'm the go election. I'm the go register him. And I'm say Akufo-Addo we need. I'm a boy. Akufo-Addo him say Jemensa be book him say Kim on the president over 24 hours. He be to know. Akufo-Addo knows. The Supreme Court knows. And anytime Jemensa said, no matter what, they are not going to open the book, but we need to force them. And they say, Jackson, they be try to ease it, because we are basically postponing our death. That's the fact. We are postponing our death because a woman in there, and then the year to Ashada. And Jemensa and the Eku Yende, not all to a woman or my poison, slow poison to die in 2028. Indeed, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is something we need to take serious. And I applaud every single Ghanaian. Opia Bontinika said, I need to protect my democracy. I need to protect my life. I need to make sure the right thing is done. What has happened over the past 8 years, we need to stop. We need to recalibrate the system. And then the ginger Ghana for all over the country to come out today to say the EC. We are talking about one individual who is supposed to bow to we the people. Jemensa is one person who is supposed to bow to us. So what is stopping us from making sure this woman bows to us to open the books for us to see what is in it? Jemensa is basically has put us in a position where we are dead. She is just postponing our death. We need to stop this death today. You can stop it by opening the books, by making independent auditors audit the EC register. I swear to God, the massacre that we will experience in 2028, we will not rise again as a nation. And so people say, it is because they bloated the register in 2020. It is because the register we used in 2020, Akufo-Addo knows the number he got wasn't the number he was supposed to get. The reason why she doesn't want to open the book today is because she knows the Supreme Court that was led by Edin Yeboah, they basically illegally protected her in court. And I'm telling you, the current Chief Justice, she was on that panel. She also knows the kind of things they stopped from letting us know that J. Mensah lied to Ghanaians. That is why Madam Torkonoo, with the rest of the guys, prevented J. Mensah from entering the box to tell us who and what numbers each person got. That is why today Madam Torkonoo is the Chief Justice. Because today, if J. Mensah even opens the books, Madam Torkonoo is questionable. The Chief Justice of Ghana say a registered Madam Torkonoo, who was on that panel with Enini Yeboah, who was very vocal on that panel, wrote her own piece of the submission on that decision they made. She would also find herself in hot soup. It triggers the rippling effect. It will enter EC, it will enter the Jubilee House, and it will enter the Supreme Court. Jane Mensah saying it is not almost headed these three institutions and they say don't do it, because when you do it, you need to be. You get what I mean? Let's not joke about this. J. Mensah did not know the job from day one. J. Mensah has never been somebody who is smart enough to oversee the activities of the EC or run an election. Since J. Mensah came into office, on to run the election, Papa Biabe seen there. So they know. We need to keep pushing. And we need to overhaul these institutions. We need to overhaul the judiciary. We need to overhaul the EC. And we need to overhaul the executive. That is the Jubilee House. That is why we all have to put our voice together to make sure the right thing is done. And the right thing is simple. The EC needs to open its doors for all of us, for all the stakeholders to come in to audit the register before we go to the elections. J. Mensah Biabukrim said Gigim Ekufuado only present over 24 hours. I'm telling you. J. Mensah Biabukrim said Gigim. Madam Torkonoo, the Chief Justice, will resign. J. Mensah Biabukrim said Gigim. Bossman, J. Mensah will go to jail. They are protecting their criminality. But we are the people with the power. We have to let them understand. We have to push them to do what we want. So the demonstration should not end today. It should not end today. The conversation should go on. The pressure should be mounted. I have heard the NDC want to bring Parliament back, to re-summon Parliament, to open an issue on this EC thing. It's a good one. The NDC and Ghanaians should go to the constituencies, the districts, to make sure another demonstration is put together. The pressure needs to be more. The pressure is for us to all get to the bottom of the problem. Nobody hates anyone. We all want the right thing to be done. We Ghanaians who are in support of this demonstration, we want to basically make sure our democracy is intact. We are trying to fortify our democracy. That is why we are in support of anything that will bring transparency, accountability, anything that will make the people have clear conscience before they go into an election. We all have to exert that pressure. The conversation should not end today. The conversation should go on from tomorrow. The pressure should be on. Jane Mensah needs to bow to the people and work for us. Because we told her to go there. When she was the head of IEA, Jane Mensah, when she was the head of IEA, this is what Jane Mensah said. She said, IEA calls for voters register with acceptable margin of error. She was in charge of IEA. She said, Charlotte said our office, on making sure say voter register and you're auditing. This woman, today she's the EC boss. And they were using a bridge at work can quasiasem. A coup for the Jimmy a bridge way, atam a yes soldier for the Obawechi. Obawe and now rough to say got him, and a coup for atam the atam a yes soldier for and the soldier.
I was saying to Uncle One is one. I just say, J. Mensah. Our electoral commissioner register voter register NDC for or director of elections or mane manageable any deputy any other staff or my research and we say register no and credible register and never be cause for register anymore just say names everybody register name baby or we names now gone. And you're credible. Until say, oh, J. Mensah, and you're the bonnie so. You're a forensic audit, external one, and I say, you know, entrance. Now for register the bra, the uncle. Asem your NDC for any news. Charlotte say it was electoral commission. I plan no electoral commission. MPP for query for forensic audit. Say Charlotte say, would you my dear would you know you entrust one or two things and name of no Brabe audit. Eba so NDC for penny or my audit. Adena Timensa how they also own penny audit. I was in to us meetings in my game
problem. Stay in your home and tell us you have corrected it. What if you didn't do it? All that the NDC is asking, and every single Ghanaian Yebusan said, we want to be part of the correction making, because if the NDC had not brought out these the abnormalities, we wouldn't have known. Say, almost 300,000 people. Almost 300,000 people. And abana yekotuno yewi o mabeshimana say you free. So we need to get some things clear. The Electoral Commission needs to understand. Say their principles are yedi govern every institution, and they are not above the law. The Jane Mensah Bosmanasari led NPP Electoral Commission, they are not above the people of Ghana. When the people of Ghana charge Jane Mensah and Bosman, they will be burnt alive. But that is not what democracy teaches us. That is not what democracy stands for. Democracy say, I will say Obiya Nafa, no Obiya Kuma Tony Yim. So one party and I say, obey use what they have to suppress the other part in the name say it is democracy. It will never work. And that is what we have been talking about. So the demonstration today, it has told the world to say the Electoral Commission of Ghana, no matter what we want to be done, they want to steal the elections. They want to rig the elections. In the next 3 days, Jane Mensah and his group of criminals at the EC, they need to come out and open up their books for all of us to see what is in there. Now, there's something I want to tell you. You see, I'm going to say this, and Ebia, Nipa Bibri, Ebia say Kelvin, the Americano. The reason why Jane Mensah and the EC4 don't want to do this is simple. And to be very fair with you, Omo will never do the auditing. They won't do it because say Omo be a book we will get to know say Ekufuado's 2020 election or winning and you're legitimate. They know say the moment they open their books for forensic auditors to come and look at the numbers from 2020, we will all get to know say Nana Ekufuado 2020 elections we winning. That is the reason why the EC is caught in a mess. They don't know what to do. Because now, we will have to use the first register, not 2023, they are near to end the home. The reason why they are not allowing this, they don't want to allow it, and they say, the moment they open the books, Ghana is not a legitimate president. And we have all known, we've known for all this while, Nana Akufo-Addo, they don't win the 2020 elections. The elections, the verdict was stolen. And EC knows, register near the 2020 elections, and you're credible. Now, the moment they open up the register, everyone will know, John Mahama won the 2020 elections. That is why they are saying, forensic auditors now, independent, they can fix the problem. It is a NPP for communicators. MPP for executives are the EC is an independent body. They should be able to do their own auditing. No, the reason why they don't want any independent-minded institution to be part of the forensic auditing, and they say the moment they open the books, we will know Akufo-Addo is not a legitimate president, and the moment that happens, the country will go down. Now, are you understanding? So, EC now so omumbiebu criminal. There is a reason. And in the 2020 elections, she could not give exact winning numbers. And in the court to say, she could not do it because the register was bloated. Because the numbers in the register, about 20% were not supposed to be in the register. They stole numbers and they inserted in the register and they forced Akufo-Addo and the MPP to get the numbers they got. Reality or realistically, Nana Akufo-Addo did not win the elections. The NDC won. John Mahama won. And the reason why Jane Mensah said they will not do it, that's why people are asking a simple question. What will you lose? Because this audit, you are not paying for it. There are international agencies who are willing to put millions of dollars inside for the forensic audit to be done. We can protect our democracy. So what is stopping J Mensa? If the Electoral Commission's motto or whatever they say they stand on is integrity, transparency, and bullshit now, preventing transparency, it is because J Mensa a mistake. Now say Obia registered him. Said the Supreme Court is an illegal institution. See. J Mensa ni boss man mo. They know say some be books munde. Say any Ghana for you na register mo. We will get to that point to be able to say the Supreme Court led by Eni Yabuano, it was a criminal court. And then we will all come to the realization or the fact say Ekufuado and the MPP never won the elections and that John Mahama won. These two things, J Mensa would never open the register. And anything I make a say 2020 elections, it is not negotiable. It is not about Yakotuaba. It is about taking power and giving to the NDC. Listen, the 2024 elections it is not about going there to exercise your franchise or whatever. And it is about you going to vote and taking the power by force to give to John Mahama. Because these people, from 2016, ever since every election they've won has been a rigged election. Every election. It is a man someone who push it back. Now Ghana for be able to say, why is this so complicated? It's so simple. It is simple for you. It is easy for you. But in your eyes, no one is say, oh, where there's a simple job. I don't know when you know no, it's a big deal. Ekufuado is not a legitimate president. It is a man say bio books only J Mensa no go jail. Ekufuado today we can impeach him and take him out of office. The Supreme Court that shouldered J Mensa in Ekufuado. For Ekufuado to be illegally made president, the Supreme Court to take a hit into what we are trying to find. It is basically like we are trying to poison three institutions. We are going to poison the EC, we are going to poison the Electoral Commission, and we are going to poison the Supreme Court. These three institutions, J Mensa they protect your money. So what is left right now is that J Mensa, hold on to this. Let us cross the elections. NDC we all walk out. Send your bear, they will not go back to Ekufuado's illegality. So J Mensa be a book to see Ekufuado will be out of office in 2 days. I'm telling you. The demonstration you saw, it shows that the people are ready to kick this government out. It hurts me say there are some people in Ghana who have voices, and most of them are quiet. But we can see clearly say what is going on is wrong. But you see something? This is the turning point in our democracy. We need to insist say EC be registering. Say a percent democracy you're sustaining, you're protecting on my way. Say you to me and your side we are. It will be tough for us to protect our democracy. So every Ghanaian should understand say this register needs to be opened. It needs to be audited. Bonnie Bienwa say this we are not supposed to close our eyes to any kind of sin. Bonnie. So we need to get to the bottom of this matter. We need to get to the bottom of what holds our democracy together. Because I am finding Chrono and Bonia, some people in the Supreme people like Electoral Commission and the executive, we will still be heading towards doom because J Mensa will be handed over poison to us to eat and die. Because so J Mensa or the Tibukuya, near elections, not John Mahama winia. The next elections will be chaotic because she has already put the poison in the food. For us to be able to save this nation and recalibrate the system well before 2025, we need to insist that J Mensa and the EC open the books for all of us to audit that book. Register there, a must. We need to demand for the forensic independent auditing of the EC register. One thing that is supposed to be done. Because that means 2028, it will be bloodier. J Mensa just wants to.
Like in a share, never or comment section. God bless you.